If you're looking at moving to Denver, you've probably been told that you need to pick whether you're gonna be living in the city or outside in the suburbs, especially when it comes to new builds or your new build communities. But that is not the truth. And not only is that not the truth, but today we're gonna be covering about 12 different neighborhoods that are right here in the heart of the city within 10 minutes of downtown Denver. You're not gonna wanna miss.
That's right, guys. So to kick it off here, we are in Central Park. We're in the 29th Street Town Center. This is gonna be the oldest part of Central Park. They were built around the 2000s, but don't worry, as we'll promise we will get to the new builds after this. But this little part of town right here, this is extremely walkable. There are so many trees and homes, and this literally feels like a city suburban oasis.
Especially with all the different events and the little concert halls that they got here. And if you stay to the end, we're gonna show you one of the coolest marketplaces on this side of town, period.
That's right. So guys, we're gonna flip the camera around. We're gonna jump right into some B-roll so you can get a feel for some of the walkability and some of the stores and the amphitheater. Just, you'll see right behind me here. And then we're gonna cruise around. We'll jump in the car. We'll cruise around some of the different neighborhoods. And then we will head up north just a little bit, show you some of the other brand new builds up there. So stay tuned.
It's not two shakes. They just had a little bit of extra. PB&J. I think it's a little bit of soy, some protein. Super good, but here's what's fun about this area, all jokes aside. You've got a barbershop, a pizza shop, a nail shop, a yogurt shop, a super clean shake shop, core power yoga, another pizza shop, dry bar, all right here just on one quarter of this block. So when it comes to, whether it's your Starbucks just down the street or everything like this, recreation, where if you want to go for a walk with your spouse or your buddies, they kind of have everything that you need right here, which is super cool, including this is supposed to be free live. All right, so here you've got Denver Public Schools. That's the school district that we're in. Denver overall has a B rating. However, locally right here, specific to Central Park, the schools have A ratings. So super plus as far as where you're at. Guys, we're walking right now. This would typically be like your rush hour traffic on these roads. They're quiet it is. You're right in the heart of the city, but you're tucked away in Central Park. It's quiet. There's not many people out. You can go for walks. Tons of community space where you can do these walks. You've also got low taxes here. Eli can give you some more information on that, but we've also got a low tax bracket here in Denver as well. So you're taking advantage of that.
Yeah, so a lot of the new builds that you guys are gonna find in the traditional suburban areas, the Castle Rocks, the Parkers, Southeast Auroras, you're typically going to be at a 1 to 1.2% tax rate. Here, you're on the Denver tax rate, so it's just 0.65, like literally about half that, which is incredible. The other thing too that's very unique about Central Park, you know, we'll get a lot of people that are coming from places like Chicago, where they're used to sort of this like city suburban living, right? And everything is very walkable. You can walk to the grocery store, you can walk to the little winery for a date night. And honestly, that is really hard to find here in Colorado. And Central Park.
Come on,
what are we doing? What are we doing?
Eli. Look at this, man. Guys, look at this.
Gorgeous, right?
Listen, if you want tax, let's talk to Eli. If you want fun.
We weren't even talking taxes, we were talking walkability. All right, so if you're coming from someplace, cutting back to it.
Schematics, okay?
If you're coming from someplace like Chicago, where
Yes.
you're looking for a lot of walkability, but with the Colorado sort of scenery and vibe, which you just saw from that beautiful 360 view from Will, man, there literally is no other place besides Central Park. Now, I think the one thing that might be a close competitor might be like Cherry Creek North, where you've got a lot of walkability, beautiful city, beautiful shopping and eating and stuff like that. But what you're not gonna have is the quiet sort of family feel that you're gonna have here in Central Park.
You guys know we're dads. You guys know the best thing that we do is being dads. We love going on walks and different things with family. I feel safe having all three of my kids over here. Matter of fact, as we keep moving forward a little bit, we'll show you guys, even like in the middle. So you've got the sidewalks that we're on right now. As you can see, traditional sidewalks. You've got the road that goes down the middle. But as we get toward the busy street, like right now, we're walking up on 29th. Eli can spin this around and show you guys. We're coming up on 29th, which is a slightly busier street, one of the main thoroughways for the neighborhood. But as you can tell, you've got this path that goes right down the center of 29th. So even if you want to do like a little bit more of jogging or a longer walk, we can even cross the street just to show you guys. But you've got this huge median in the center of the road. And you've got these amazing trail paths that go right through the center. Now, what is this good for? This is something you'll find more so in like old school Denver. You'll see this by Southwash Park.
Yes.
Old school Southwash Park. You'll see a lot of this. A lot of folks love running. They love going for longer walks, longer than just a couple blocks by your neighborhood. That's why it's great. But another reason why it's great, guys, is we are so dog friendly here in Colorado. When you're walking your dogs, especially in the summer and it's hotter out, pavement will just absolutely scorch the pads on your dog's feet, right? But this gravel and this dirt mixture, significantly cooler, significantly better for your dog, right? So it's just little things like this are really cool, and it makes it really fun and outdoor usable as far as like just being right in your neighborhood and having things to go outside and to enjoy.
Now, let's talk house pricing out here. Now, keep in mind, we are on the 29th Street side, and we'll show you a map right now, kind of where we're at, but we're on the south side of Central Park. Again, this is the older side. A lot of these houses were built around the 2000s. That's why you're seeing so much mature landscape and trees around and things like that. But as far as pricing goes, you're gonna have so many different types of homes out here. So there's truly something for everybody. So you're gonna be looking at condos and townhomes starting right around the 500 to 600 range.
Correct.
You're gonna be able to start getting into single family homes at about the 700 range. But I would say the heart of the price point pocket for some really nice single family homes out here on a good lot are going to be around the $800,000 to maybe $900,000 range. Now, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to head to the north side. We're going to show you a huge park up there on the north side of Central Park. And that is where we're going to dive into some more of the new builds.
And now sometimes new builds might cost a little bit more. A lot of them are a little bit bigger. We might start getting closer to like that $1 million range. However, they've got some great incentives with their rates. We've seen them as low as 1.9 as well. So when you guys are doing your math or you're looking at it, it's all going to be case by case predicated on the different incentives that they have. And of course, we can help you. This number popping up below is our number. As much as we love making these videos, we love more helping with those real estate needs. We do a ton of new builds each year, so whether it's a new build or traditional real estate, we'd love to be your realtors to help. That being said, let's dive into that park. Let's dive into some new builds and show you guys what's going on.
Let's go. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed some of that drone footage and driving B-roll, because we just crossed I-70, which is the main east-west highway here in Denver. It'll take you all the way out to the mountains. It'll take you all the way to the airport.
So just north of where we were at.
Correct.
Newer builds. These are anywhere from like your 900s to 1.5, 1.7, depending on square footage, size of lot, proximity to parks and things like that. But more specifically, when we get into this area that we're showing you right now, I'm sure you're watching some amazing drone. You've got still grade A schools here. In addition to that, this is more so where your big shopping is going to happen. So whether you're living in Central Park or you're over here on the north side of I-70 in Northfield, it's Cabela's, it's your grocery shopping, it's all of your major
giant Macy's, Target,
you name it, you're gonna have it over here.
Yeah, so many big commercial developments out here. But again, the one thing that Northfield, which is the neighborhood we're in now, has in common with Central Park is just how quiet it is. Now, one thing you'll notice different is, you know, we are in a new build community, so you don't have the big, you know, very lush green trees like you have in Central Park, but you still have a lot of the serenity and the open space and just literally like countless parks and miles of trails for you to go and explore.
That's a lot of the reason why it's been so quiet over here, right? Like it's all by design. This is literally, I remember when Central Park was first being built, the way that they've structured the thing is literally one of a kind to create some type of utopia within like this area to allow it to be quiet and private. And literally you cannot tell. I-70 is probably a mile from us right now, half mile from us right now. We're literally 10 minutes from downtown Denver. Quiet, it's great.
It is. One thing that will also be sort of similar with Central Park, as we were driving around and showing you guys some of the Central Park homes, one thing that you should have noticed is that they all look very, very different from each other.
Correct.
They are very close together. Again, it's sort of that city suburban living. So they're very close together, but all very different. Now up here on the Northfield side, it's the same thing. The homes look very different than Central Park because they're new, they're modern, they have
some modern mountain homes here. You've got some modern homes here.
Yeah, some contemporary style. But what still applies is that they all look very different from each other. So a lot of people, when they're coming into a neighborhood like this, are like, I just don't want cookie cutter where everything looks the same.
Right.
You're not going to find that here.
Right. Now, what you will have, because you do have the majority of your lot being taken over by the bigger house. You're going to have anywhere from 3,500 to 5,100 square feet over here, sometimes even beyond that, depending on the home. So huge homes on these lots. They go very deep. You've got 2-3 stories high. A lot of times you've got these rooftop decks, which are amazing. Now, not that much of a backyard. You've got your garage back there. However, they do have alleyways, right? We haven't really talked about that too much, but as far as when you have these nice privacy roads and you've got these big medians that are out here for walking and for hiking or jogging, whatever you like to do, it's like, yeah, how do you get your trash cans from the garage out to the front of your street and things like that? Because your garage isn't in the front because homes are closer together. Right. Well, they're back behind in the alley, right? Like that's something that we would call a little bit more old school. I think you see a lot of that on the East Coast. Yeah. You do see alleyways more into the heart of Denver. You do not see alleyways a lot in like the Southeast Auroras, the Parkers, the Castle Rocks. Things are a little bit more spread out, but you're bringing everything out front. Alleyways are awesome for just having some privacy with where you park. Your garage is tucked away. Your trash cans are tucked away with where the trash truck's gonna pick them up. I kind of like it. I wish, even though we were spread out with where I'm at, I wish they could still do that. They don't. It's okay. But again, when you're looking at these homes, when you guys are looking at some of the B-roll that we've got for you, you don't see the garages on the front.
Correct. Yeah.
So like, for example, right now, Eli doesn't mind. These homes are beautiful, guys. They're beautiful. And they've got great curb appeal, but you just don't see that garage, right? You're not going to. If you're wondering why, again, it's because they're in the back. But again, I kind of like things like that. When you're working on stuff or your trash cans, like they're all tucked away. So very cool, but it does maximize curb appeal and it does keep everything up here where you're walking super quiet. I actually like it.
And as far as demographics out here, you know, this is going to be...
I can't help it.
That's it.
We got a serious hiker on the prowl.
It's so Colorado. I know, it's so Colorado. It's not uncommon that you'll see...
Oh, I lost him.
Anytime you go out, you'll see somebody with their
probably
rucksack.
100 pound sack.
Yeah, the rucksack getting fit somewhere. But as far as demographics go, what's interesting about these areas is that you're going to see a wide variety of demographics for a couple reasons. One, with the good schools, the amount of parks, how quiet it is, how family friendly it is. You're seeing a lot of families and young families come out here. One thing that was cool, we drove by Inspire Elementary. We don't film it because we don't want to be weirdos filming elementary schools, but we'll show a picture of it. It looks like a gigantic high school, but what stood out to us was the 200 bikes that were parked in the front.
All padlocked to the fence. It was awesome. Kids are riding their bikes again when it comes to going to school, which also just speaks to how private it is, how safe the sidewalks are out here. As we were kind of going through the commute, there's a lot of stop signs we were hitting. Pretty much every street you hit, hit, it's a 4-way stop. So they do a great job at keeping just the traffic a lot slower.
It's also really good for those people, like we've got a couple right now, they're getting towards retirement age. They want to go and start just traveling Italy and Europe and those sort of places. They want to keep a home base in Colorado, but they're looking for some place that is lock and leave. They want to be able to leave for 2 or 3 months at a time, not have to worry about the landscape or anything like that. And some place like this is perfect because again, you get plenty of open space and scenery to where you don't feel like you're on this confined lot, but at the same time, there's not a whole ton to care for.
No, you've got a little bit on yourself for like the front part of your curb, but then everything else is taken care of by the HOA and by the city. You've also got some folks, whether it's family or not, a lot of folks still work downtown. Right. Still work in Denver Tech Center, and these places aren't too far. So then you've got that other group of like, whether they work remotely or not. A lot of folks, we get folks from Florida, California, Illinois, all into Colorado. Some people like just being closer proximity to what's going on downtown, but they still enjoy the privacy of having a bigger home, a luxury home, and enjoying it without having to be in the middle of nowhere per se. That's also another false statement about Colorado. Some of these places we've shown all the time, guys, they're within 37 minutes of downtown. Places that we show that people think would be in the middle of nowhere, not true, but they are further out. And there's more space, more land, and there is less to do per se when it comes to being, close to Denver. So really cool. If there is a spot that you're looking for and you're curious about it, it's this, but we've still got more. I'm not closing this video. I am telling you that we're realtors. I am talking about this number popping up below that we can help you with your real estate needs just as much as we can help with these videos, but we still got a great marketplace to show you guys.
That's right. We've burned through those smoothies. It's time to get some more food. We're going to take you guys just down the road to Stanley Marketplace, but we're not going to spill too many beans about that right now. Let's go over there first, show it to you, and then you'll get to learn about Stanley. We're going to get some food first.
Without a doubt.
Let's go. All right, so we just pulled up to the Stanley Marketplace. Now, technically, we are just literally right outside of Central Park. We are technically in Aurora right now.
Correct.
But man, if you live anywhere in this vicinity, anywhere in Denver, frankly, anywhere in the suburbs too, you're gonna want to come to check out Stanley.
As you're looking overhead at the drone footage or some of the maps that we're gonna put up onto the video, you're literally looking at a block separating, Central Park from the Stanley Market Center, and then vice versa, Central Park to like Northfield. You just right across I-70. So everything proximity-wise is super close. But what's really fun is what you're gonna get from Stanley Marketplace is not the same as what you're getting from Central Park. Central Park had your outdoor walk around. Some of them were chains. You find a lot of like chain stores over there, which are all good ones, but Starbucks and things like that. Stanley Marketplace, inside, as you guys can tell, and as we're going to show you some of the footage, it's all like mom and pop shops, one-off restaurants, the clothing that's in there. You got like the thrifting, all local business, really cool, really unique. It's just, you're not going to find it anywhere else, and you're definitely not going to find chains. I guess the closest thing to a chain that you would find in there is going to be the Denver Biscuit Company. That's not really a chain. They've got one on Broadway. It's an amazing restaurant, and you've got one here in the Stanley Market Center, and super good, right? But I wouldn't call that a chain. I would just say they have a second location here, but they're also locally owned and operated. They put one here in Stanley, which is awesome.
And Denver is notorious for having what they would call a collective eatery, right? Where I call it a glorified food court, right? But that's essentially what it is. But very good food, local businesses, almost like food truck style. Like Central Market in downtown Denver is a really good collective eatery. You've got, what's the place in Lodi? We overlook Denver, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Avanti?
Yes, Avanti. Nice job. Hey. Avanti. What makes Stanley Marketplace different is you have so much good food here, but then the shops and the local businesses that Will just mentioned, you're not going to find those at Avanti. You're not going to find that at Central Market. That is something that is unique to Stanley Market. So,
this is a real indoor marketplace where you literally feel like you're almost in like Little Town, New York or something like that.
Everything in there, it's very Instagrammy. There's all sorts of different cultures, bright, vibrant colors, fun music, fun people. Definitely a great place to come with the family. So we're going to head in and we're going to give you a walkthrough. Check out this B-roll because, guys, just walking through this place is like almost an adventure on its own.
Correct. And something that I want to give a shout out to is we're going to start doing some live YouTubes. In addition to the video you guys get every day, I'm pretty sure we're going to be keeping those on Saturdays. We get a lot of viewership on Saturdays when probably a lot of you guys are off, but we're going to be doing some live. So part of the live is going to be showing you guys new developments that are going on in the Denver metro area, the new Denver Broncos Stadium, whether it be some of the new builds by Stanley, whether it be the I-70 expansion, you name it. We're going to start covering a lot of the development in addition to just the housing and things you're going to want to know from that. So definitely keep a lookout for our lives. And if you guys have questions, well, they will literally be live. We're not just posting them live. They will literally be live. So if you have questions, if you guys want to come say hello, We would love to see you on those.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the B-roll, guys. Definitely stick around, check out the rest of Stanley. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.